I have a corn burning furnace. I have a $300 a year heating bill. That's pretty good.
We seem to be having a little...
We recycle over 1,000 tons of paper a day. And in a big picture, that's 1,000 tons that does not go into landfills. Just the total recycling, it can be used so many times over before it's ever discarded. And it keeps everything clean. And we don't use very many chemicals at all. It's water and steam to clean that paper up, to remanufacture it. Through conservation efforts, we put a heat recovery system on top of one of the paper machines that now takes the heat that normally is evacuated out and redistributes it to other areas of the plant. And the overall efforts, we've seen 26% reduction in energy usage and consumption. And overall, that's good for our bottom line. It's going to help keep us open. The future for good green jobs in Minnesota would be everybody recycling better. Don't throw it in the trash. Think about it before you put it in a barrel. And if we take it and you don't throw it away, it doesn't go into a landfill. It's remade and reused again. Minnesota has fallen behind in setting base standards for energy efficiency, such as building codes and appliances and equipment energy use standards as compared to our neighboring states. What tools and or policy options do you support to promote greater energy efficiency in businesses in Minnesota by which they can save money while also preserving and growing jobs?
Speaker Kelleher, and if you need the question repeated, please let me know.
Well, it's a great question, and I want to thank Bob and his colleagues that do the work of recycling at Rock 10. It is important right now for our state to set goals and to have the goals in place. It's what the renewable energy standard is, isn't it? It's a big goal that we are going to meet. It is the goal that is going to change the way we do things. We need to do similar things here, and one of the things that I'm a strong supporter of that is important that will lead to this is performance-based management in state government. Performance-based management in state government to set the goals, report back, hold people accountable for those goals around things like recycling. Our recycling rate has been dropping in this state. We need to put the policies in place again and enforce the policies we already have to make sure that people are doing what I think they want to do, and that is reduce, reuse, recycle. I just came from my neighborhood that has one of the largest and longest running garage sale weekends in this state, the Bryn Mawr Garage Sale. It is the ultimate reduce, reuse, recycle. I was talking to folks about that. I furnish parts of my house by going to that garage sale. I think that we need to make sure that we are working together in state government to set big, bold goals, meet those goals. The other piece of that I think is very important is making sure that we have the leadership in agencies that are going to work with the governor to get that done. Professional experience in the area that you're managing, people experience in the area that you're managing to get the job done.
Mr. Hahn.
There are two themes I'm going to probably echo repeatedly this afternoon, and one is the need for fiscal responsibility, and part of that entails giving businesses incentives to hire new people, and it could be in energy efficient jobs or jobs in general. I'm not opposed, and in fact will promote as governor the additional tax credits that we can offer, incentives, if you will, for people to hire new employees regardless of the type of work that they're in. When it comes to recycling and other green issues, and I'm going to say this over and over today, I think a lot of it comes down to personal responsibility. We can't have a government mandate for everything. Goals are great. Publicizing goals are great, but I don't like when government comes in and says you have to do this or you have to do that, because inevitably some of these things are just too hard to regulate. So it becomes more of spreading the good news, if you will, talking about what it means to recycle, why we should be more concerned about our carbon footprint, doing things that just make environmental sense, and sharing that with your friends and with your neighbors. I had a discussion with a buddy of mine while I was on the phone coming over here today, and we were talking about some of the issues that might come up, and it kept getting back to personal responsibility. And if we can do what we need to do individually and pass that on to others, that is what we can do. And as governor, if I can be a leader in promoting it, not mandating
policies to bring all of those folks together. Secondly, you'll find good advocacy, good education. Minnesotans recycle because they understand the value, because they understand its contribution to a better environment, to protection of our natural resources for all of us. And thirdly, innovation. I mean, as you heard from Bob on the video, one of the things Rock 10 does very, very effectively is innovates. It figures out how to reuse energy sources, the heat, how to make a market for recycling. That's the kind of innovation that we need to bring to all of these issues. You'll hear time and again, the Democrats consistently want to subsidize jobs, the Republicans consistently want to subsidize businesses. We need to subsidize smart thinking. We need to subsidize reform. We need to figure out how we do things better, smarter, with the assets and resources that we have.